Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting on February 2nd. Welcome, welcome. I'm your acting SAA, Natalie, and before we start our meeting, I would like to invite you to watch our housekeeping video. All right, and for that, I would like to invite the acting president, distinguished Toastmaster Pipet Andriani, to open the meeting. Please welcome DTM Pipet.
Why me?
Because we switch roles.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. Can you guys believe that this is the second month of the year already? It feels just like yesterday when we celebrated New Year, right? So, how was your resolution going? Forgot about it already? Yeah? A big plunk? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Actually, I did not plunk because I didn't even make resolutions. Anyway, all right. But today, our topic is about leap of faith, and then I cannot wait to start having a quality meeting with all of you. And today we have two speakers, so it will be fun to see our members doing productive, um, you know, speech, something like that. So without further ado, I would like to say welcome to everyone, and let's start this meeting. Ta-ta-ta. Okay, so I would like to call our Tom, who just arrived from driving for 50 hours. Rendra, take it away, Rendra.
Thank you, Pipit. Thank you, Pipit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters. My name is Rendra, your Tom of tonight. Well, today we all will be talking about leap faith. Well, I will read for you, especially those that never know about this word earlier or before. A leap faith is an idiom that means to believe something that is not easily believed or based on a reason. For example, quitting a job and try something new, believing in something without any evidence, leaving a comfort zone, or jumping out of a boat to walk on a water. Well, each of us has a moment of leap of faith. And to be honest to you, I've been living in Garut for like 9 years. Every new year, I've resolution to reduce 5 kilo, only 5 kilo or my weight. You know what? It's always and always eternal failure. And I just now, 30 minutes ago, 30 minutes earlier, I buy a treadmill set to my home. I would like to only walk on my treadmill set while watching my 65 inches movie in a straight an hour and a half. I need, it's not only a leap faith, but a leap with a little bit effort. Okay, I believe each of you has a leap faith. I will ask one by one to share 1 minute's experience about leap faith. and our team will be talking about everything. For doing so, I would like to invite one of the most important role in this meeting, none other than our GE. Well, GE today will be will the GE. Okay, my bro from Malang is the GE. He is the
You
handsome man
forgot me,
in
right?
a Malang ecosystem. So I would like Apri to introduce what is GE all about and who are your team. Bro, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, bro. So today I will serve RGE. So basically, my job is to evaluate the meeting from beginning to the end. And of course, I don't work alone because I have a team. The first is I have a grammarian by Toastmaster Pipit. So welcome Toastmaster Pipit to introduce your role as a grammarian.
Hi again, everyone. Yes, I'm the grammarian just now. I put it in the chat box that I volunteered as the grammarian. And leap of faith is something that Rendra already mentioned earlier, is about doing something without any proper evidence or without any proper conviction, but you decide to do it anyway. So that is leap of faith. But our word of the day is actually boldness. Boldness means willingness to take risk and act innovatively, confidence or confidence or courage, or the quality of having a strong, vivid, or clear appearance. But I think in our meeting today, we define this as willingness to take risk and act innovatively. Yeah. And then how to put it in a sentence, for example, they had the boldness to quit their job without even knowing if they're going to find another one. So that's boldness. Okay. All right. So I will help you identify what mistakes you made or any incredible expressions you come up with in this meeting and then report it by the end. All right. Back to Apri.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Pipit. I think Toastmaster Pipit have boldness to take a role as a grammarian as well for today. And next we have also another bold Toastmaster member. We have Toastmaster Alicia as a counter for today meeting. So welcome Toastmaster Alicia to introduce your role as a counter.
Yes, thank you very much, Apri. My role as the R counter, I just went right there, is to count the number of ums and ahs. Now, I know that and there's another I know our lovely Tom Rendra admires my work on the Excel spreadsheet. But to disappoint all my human beings tonight, I won't be using the Excel spreadsheet. I'll just be listening and doing an overall categorical version because I'm focusing on Keisha's evaluation for her for the international speech contest. And the theme of the day, leap of faith. So I can just talk to the leap of faith. Just have the leap of faith. This year, hopefully, I want to build on what I did from last year, which is going to university and continuing on, and of course finally getting the business launched and getting it started. I'm sick of sitting here talking about it. I've already heard one of those, those life coaches. I've just gotten off a call with a life coach about 10 minutes ago, and it's like, you need to have the leap. Actually, she said, you need to have the leap of faith. And I'm like, oh my God, not on a Sunday bloody evening. So Sunday evening for all of us, yes, let's take the leap of faith, but please don't turn it into a life coach ridiculous thing and a chat GPT. I'm sure I would rather listen to the chat GPT talk from Rendra tonight, not a life coach. Back to you, Apri.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Alicia. And last but not least, we have a timer and also bullet counter. We have Natalie. So welcome Natalie to introduce your role as a timer and then bullet counter.
Thank you, Rendra. So my role as a timer and ballot counter, I will start with my role as a timer. Timing is very important, both in Toastmasters and also in our life, because time is the only finite resources that we have. So you can count one so from me, Alicia. That's a hint. I will show you the minimum time that you need to fulfill in order for you to be deemed eligible. I will show a green light It means that you have reached the minimum time allotment. For our speakers tonight, it will be 5 minutes. For our table topic speakers, it will be 1 minute. For our evaluator, it will be 2 minutes. When you're halfway there, I will show you yellow light. For our speakers, it will be on 6 minutes. For our table topic speakers, 1 minute and 30 seconds. For our evaluator, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And when you already reached the maximum time allotment, I will show you red light. For our speakers, it will be on at 7 minutes, table topic speakers at 2 minutes, and also evaluators at 3 minutes. For all 3 categories, we will have 30 seconds grace period, aka time adjustment, which means that even if you finish at 3:30, 2 minutes 30 seconds, or 7 minutes and 30 seconds, you're still eligible to be voted on. But if you pass that just by 1 second, you are disqualified. So please be mindful of your timing. I will refer to the chat. Excuse me. I will report to the chat the time that was taken by each speaker so that our audience and also GE can look at it. And for my role as a ballot counter, I am the one who count your votes. So you can vote for your favorite speakers for each segment. And at the end of the evaluation session, I will launch a poll and you can vote and we will hand the certificate at the end. So for now, back to you, Apri.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Natalie, for your boldness to take a double role for today. And last but not least, I think that's all for me, and I will give control back to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Rendra. So we will meet again in the evaluation session.
Thank you, G. Apri. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, boldness, willingness to take bold acts and act creatively. Well, decisions to purchase a treadmill set due to the reasons at the age of mine, what I need is walk really at least 45 minutes in a day. Apparently, my town where I live is not supporting the environments to walk. It's not safety, and the place is only the mountain. And after office hour to go to the mountain is another stupid idea. The good idea to my scenario is watching Netflix while walking on a treadmill. It's it's safe both path safety and it's easy. So that's why it requires a boldness to purchase because it is big. 1 meters times 2 meters, it reduces the space in my living room. However, I need to be brave to make a decisions. Otherwise, every new year will be repeating, waiting, reducing 5 kilo, and then again until 9 years. I need to do something different. This year, I did it. Now, in this meeting, as usual, we have 3 sessions. First session is prepared speech sessions. Second of all will be table topic sessions. And the third will be evaluation sessions. For the prepared speech sessions, we will have 2 prepared speakers. And yes, of course, we also have 2 evaluators. Now I would like to invite the first evaluator to introduce Alicia Cortez to introduce your first speaker. What is project all about and what the objective, and you may also invite the speakers for your please. So I give the control to Alicia Cortez
All right.
to
Thank
introduce
you.
your speaker.
Thank you very much, Rendra. So tonight, our lovely first speaker, Keisha, is delivering from level 2, and it is understanding your communication style. So this is the first of 3 speeches she'll be delivering. And the purpose of this project is for Keisha to remember to learn about different communication styles and identify her primary style of communication. And the purpose of this speech is for Keisha to share the impact of her style on others. And it's 5 to 7 minutes for Natalie. So I'll introduce Keisha now. Keisha Klein with better listener, better speaker, better listener, better speaker. Please welcome Keisha. Thank you, Keisha.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Malaysia. Can everyone see my screen? Yeah, yes, okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, we're all here at a Toastmasters meeting, public speaking club, right? What do we want to do? We want to communicate. Now, I want everyone to go to the comment section, to the chat, and in one word, answer this question. What do you want to improve in your communication? Simple, one word. What is one thing that you want to improve in your community? Okay, our two speakers are sitting right. And you say, what's this mattering? Everyone, go to the chat. What is one thing? Persuade. Great. Interesting. That's amazing. Persuade, interesting. Persuade. So it can be a public speech, speaking to a large audience. It can also be an organizational kind of situation when you're in an office, maybe you want to market, humor, presenting, cadence, understanding. Amazing. Everyone has a different goal, but everyone wants to communicate better. Now, whether your goal is you want to present better at a pitch, at a meeting, or you want to persuade people, for people to trust you or to sell products, there is one key factor to become a better communicator. And that is listening. Listening. But Keisha, we're talking about speaking. We're talking about communicating. So we want to talk, we want to speak. Yes, that's true. But when you're listening, you're automatically also becoming better. And I'm going to tell you why. So, the key to communication is not for only speaking, but it is listening plus speaking. Now, if you want to become a better listener so that we can become a better communicator, a better, oh, I'm sorry, everyone, stay a little bit low volume. Okay, let me go to the chat real quick, because we want everyone to be able to be listening to my voice clearly. Okay, I am adjusting. Is my voice clear? Oh, it's good. Okay. Oh, okay. Hi. If it's clear.
Maybe if I can suggest something, do you want to change your earphone and then we can reset the speech?
Okay, that's good.
Or we can turn off our cam to minimize the bandwidth as well. Should we?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's a great idea.
It still sounds the same.
Yeah, I think it's the mic,
I-
Keisha.
The mic.
Do you have like a headset, maybe?
We have a wireless earphone.
Is there anything that is cable, three-dimensional cable?
Or maybe, Keisha, you may log in into Zoom using your mobile phone and the audio. Maybe you can use two accounts.
Is this presentation in your laptop or?
Wait, hold on. Can you hear my voice? Okay, let me log into my phone. I think that will be easier.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
No problem.
No worries, no worries.
Maybe start again as well. That way, like, we can hear you and understand you.
Yeah. We'll reset the speech.
Okay, I'll just stop sharing here. I'll rejoin from. So sorry everyone for the trouble.
So good.
Maybe you can just move on to mention first while I try to figure out.
Hello, can everyone hear my voice?
That's perfect.
Much
okay,
better.
Thank God. Okay. Is it not muffled or anything?
No, we can hear you
Perfect.
perfectly.
Okay,
M-
great.
Much better. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I just switched device, so let me share my screen again. Yep. Yes, that's it. Okay, so where were we?
Maybe start from the beginning so that we
Okay,
can,
Yes.
Start from the beginning. I reset the timer.
Okay, great. All right, ladies and gentlemen and fellow Toastmasters. So we want to be a better communicator. That's why we're a part of this Toastmasters meeting. And I don't see any newcomers as well. So we are all here because we know what Toastmasters is. It's a public speaking club, and we want to become better communicators. And earlier, I asked you, what is your one goal in communication? A lot of people said about persuading, about presenting. Ms. Natalie said humor. So we all have different goals in communication, but we all want to improve ourselves to become better speaker, better communicator. Now, whatever your goal is, whether it's got something to do with organizational work, want to present better at a pitch or at your college, whatever your goal is with communication, the key is listening. But Keisha, I want to speak. I want to become a better communicator. I want to talk. I want to speak. Yes, that's important. But communication doesn't only equal speaking. Communication is listening plus speaking. The listening part is just as important as actually us saying the words. So we need to be a better listener so that we can be a better speaker and become a better communicator. And there are 4 different communication styles, and we need to understand these communication styles to learn how to listen to them better. Direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical. There may be 1 or 2 out of these 4 that resonates with you the most. Either maybe you use them the most in work settings, or the one that comes most naturally to you. So while the other 3 may require some effort for you to be direct, for example, but you don't find any trouble with initiating conversation. It can be like that. But we use all 4 of these communication styles in our lives, so it's important to learn about them all. Number 1, direct. I'm going to give an example of a direct communication that I encountered earlier this year, which is January then. I started freelancing as a designer for magazine pages, for catalogs, for flyers. I was trying something out. And one of the first few clients I got was someone who I deemed very important because he worked for a law firm. He reached out to me, "Hi, Keisha, I worked at blah, blah, and I would like you to make a catalog for our agency." Okay. And he listed out a couple things that he wanted in the design. And then for a week, I created the design, sent it back to him. And here's what he said: "I don't like it." A week of blood, sweat, and tears that I put into the design, and he just simply said, "I don't like it." Very direct. And the 3 little dots at the bottom when people are typing started to go up for solid 30 minutes. And I was just sitting there, what is he going to say? And then after that, the longest 30 minutes of my life, he listed out a couple things that he wanted me to change about the design. The color palette, too bold, wanted something softer. The font doesn't reflect like a stern atmosphere that I want for my law firm. And then he also listed something about the layout, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then I calmed down. All right, so he listed out the things that he wanted me to change, and then I came up with a solution. Okay, here are a couple of color palettes that I think would be softer, some font options. Here is a new layout that maybe is easier to follow, etc., etc. Okay, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Please change it. Okay, great. So that was a very direct conversation. And it was one of my very first time to encounter something like that in which funding or money was involved, because I felt very responsible. This is my client. He paid for my service, so I needed to make something as good and as satisfactory as possible. And now that I look back at it, although at the time I was quite scared and I was quite nervous, I look back at it and I feel happy that he's actually very direct in his communication. He didn't just leave a 1-star, for example, saying, I don't like this, the designer is bad or whatever. He actually was direct and open. So what I can tell you about direct communication style is that it's very goal-oriented and results-driven. How do you communicate with this kind of communication? First, what we need to listen to, because remember, we need to be a better listener so that we can also be a better speaker. We need to listen to the goal. What was the goal of my client? He wanted me to understand his vision. So he listed out things that he wanted me to change because he had a different vision compared to what I imagined. So what do I speak on? The solution. The goal, solution. That is the simple formula to direct communication. You listen to what the other person is trying to reach, like what their point is, and then you come up with a solid solution. Because remember, it's results-driven, results-oriented. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the direct communication. Let's go to the second one. Now, this is more chill. This is the initiating. The initiator of the group, the life of the party, the person who's very humorous and fun. But even though you are also someone who is maybe calmer and doesn't really joke a lot, you can also be the initiator of a conversation. So when we are communicating with the initiator, first, what do we listen to? We listen to their stories and then we relate. So initiating is all about sharing stories and then relating to each other. So for example, I would like to ask TM Intan right here. TM Intan, do you like to go marathons? Because I see that you go marathons quite a couple of times.
Yep.
Who do you usually go with if you are on a marathon?
My husband or my friends or my
Great.
kids, my son.
That's amazing. Some of us aren't as lucky as TM Intan right here, who has a husband, has kids and friends who would actually love to go to a marathon. I once asked my sister, Jay, I call her Jay, would you like to go to a marathon with me? And she goes, on a Sunday? Yep, no, I'm good. Now, what do? I find a community, right? And in this community, I need to relate to them and initiate conversations. Now, the third one is the supportive kind of communication. With this supportive kind of communication, we listen for their opinions or their concerns, because why? They are supportive. They are more someone who can listen to our problems and can also give their solutions. So we need to be open to their concerns. And then we need to reassure them of their problems and then give them time to think. Lastly, analytical. All about data, figures. Now, what do we do when we communicate with the analyzer? We listen to the details. to the data, to the number. And then we are also being structured with our communication, and then we stay organized, because again, it's about the data. It's about listening to the details and then staying organized within that conversation. Now, which style do you use the most? And I'm gonna end with a quote right here. A good listener is very nearly as attractive as a good talker. You cannot have a beautiful mind if you do not know how to listen. So be a better listener and you will be a better speaker. Back to you, Tom.
Yeah, thank you, Keisha. A good listener is very nearly as attractive. Well, super. We have now added more knowledge from Keisha claim from her project. It is the good part in Toastmasters. If you are focused on reducing 5 kilograms of your weight, like myself, I got information from Keisha without even knowing that Keisha is giving something important to me. Communication is also listening. That's true. You will use it in your married life. To be honest to you, it is much more important than speaking, talking, listening, carefully, patiently, and act accordingly. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, the good news is that it's not only Keisha will be delivering her speech, we have also a beautiful invite. The second. Where's Nancy? Okay, cool. Nancy will be evaluated by our intern Ravi, the marathoner runners. Is it 10K or 42K?
Not yet.
To be honest to you, but I cannot make it. At 5K, maybe it's only the best I can. So you are better than me in this 10K world, not mention about marathon. So of course, intern, you will be explaining what is Nancy project all about. Now, intern, I turn the control to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rendra. I would like to introduce Nancy project is level 2, project 2, effective body language with the speech title Look Around You. And the purpose of this project is for member to deliver a speech with the awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and define how she uses nonverbal communication when delivering a speech. So I would like to invite our second speaker, Nancy Marzella. Look around you. Look around you, Nancy Marzella.
Before I start my speech, am I audible and visible? Okay. Wait for a while. Can everyone see my movement? Because my screen is stuck.
Yes, you are clear and audible.
Last December, I was given the opportunity to volunteer as a stage crew member for the opening drama on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It was an exciting role, but also a big responsibility as well. My job as a crew member was to make sure that everything needed for the drama was ready. And it is also my responsibility to prepare the props. And the most important thing, I had to make sure that all the microphones were on for the performers. I was so excited because it was my very first time as well. Now the drama has started. So far, all was good. Then, in the middle of the event, something happened. One of the performers stepped into the stage, but when she started to speak, there is no sound. At that moment, I realized that I had forgotten to turn on the microphone. My heart drove and I was so panicked. I told to myself that how could I make this mistake on Christmas Eve in a big day? But luckily at that moment, she could manage to turn on the microphone herself, so the drama could run smoothly. For the next few moments, I couldn't focus on anything else. My mind kept replaying that mistake over and over. I felt frustrated. I felt embarrassed. And I am disappointed in myself. When the drama had finished, I went with my friends inside the church to continue the worship. But instead of focusing on the moment, all I could think about was my mistake. I was in the room, but I wasn't present. I wasn't enjoying the moment, and I was stuck on my own head. Then my friend, who was sitting next to me, who also the stage crew, gently said to me, "Nancy, it's okay. The drama runs smoothly. You don't have to be stressed about it. It's not your mistake." But Tika, this is Christmas Eve. This is a big day. It's supposed to be perfect. Yes, Nancy, this is Christmas. That's why you have to enjoy the moment. Now, let's take a look at your surroundings. And so I did. I took a deep breath and I looked around. I could see the light shine brightly, the beautiful decorations filling the room. And I saw people smiling, singing, and celebrating the joy of Christmas. I saw families embracing, children loving, and the warmth of the season surrounding me. And in that moment, I realized that I had been so focused on my mistake that I had forgotten to appreciate everything else. I was letting one small failure overshadow a night full of joy, love, and gratitude. Yes, I made a mistake, but I also had the privilege of being part of something special. I helped create the meaningful Christmas celebration. I worked with an amazing team. And most important thing, I witnessed everyone's happiness at that moment. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests. Sometimes we can get so caught up in what goes wrong that we forget to appreciate what is right. We let one negative moment define the entire experience. But the truth is, life is bigger than our mistake, and we can always find something to be grateful for in every moment. So if you find yourself dwelling on something that didn't go as a plan, let's take a deep breath and look around. See the joy, the love, and the blessings that surrounds you. Well, mistake happens, problems comes, but they do not define us. What truly matters is how we choose to move forward. So instead of dwelling on imperfections, let's embrace the beauty of the season. Let's cherish the love, lover, and the warmth that is surround us. Because in the end, it's not about everything going perfectly, but it is about the moment that make our life truly special. Back to you.
Yay! All the speakers are beautiful and white, and I appreciate all your best efforts. As my eyes can see, both of you will prepare this speech, and you were delivering this debate speech beautifully. Mistakes happens, problem comes, but additional 7 kilos to me stays. I would like to ask Pipit. Actually, I have questions from the beginning of the Bhinneka online Toastmaster was born. Why did you call me, Pipit? There are thousands of gentlemen of people around the world. Why did you call me? Why? Why must be me?
Newsflash to you,
1 minute.
I did call 1,000 people, so sorry to break it up to you, dude. No, Rendra, bro, of course I remember you, bro. Of course I called you, of course.
Okay, now the lead questions of the fate maybe goes to Natalie for the second questions. Once answer, Nat, you are among those founding girls to initiate this club. Is there any leap of faith moment while you are creating this club?
Yes, the creation of this club was actually a leap of faith because Pippin and I, we just talk about, hey, it's pandemic, we had nothing to do, no club meeting. What should we do? Oh, we can do online club. Should we create one? So I just started with like one question and one conversation. And all it took for our club to be chartered is just 2 demo meetings. It was a real leap of faith, and it requires a lot of boldness and, of course, extensive networks that Pipit had, because 16 members of our 16 of our charter members were brought by Pipit. I brought 4, and then Ben and Burona, I think, brought 1 or 2. So that's how we created or initiated this club. It requires boldness to take a leap of faith, but once you see the vision, usually it will happen if you pursue it.
Thank you, Pipit and Natalie. I'm happy because of you. I still active in Toastmaster until 2025, since 2020, right? So it's already 5 years, and I've lost for 8 years, and I'm happy for now, and I hope will be forever. For Keisha and Nancy, you are youngest members in our club. Well, these two ladies are open for any discussions with you. If you somehow use your boldness to modify or to upgrade this club in your creation, say something. If you think that this club can be much better, because you are now and the future of this club. Now, we will go into the next sessions. It is one of the most amazing sessions because it is somehow surprising you with surprising questions from surprising lady. For doing this, would like to introduce the second session. It is table topic sessions. For this master, one of founding lady, Pipit, it is your game. Rocket lady.
Thank you. Rendra. Yes, actually, Rendra, I remember meeting you the first time and cannot forget, basically. A lot of people sometimes we meet every day doesn't leave a strong impression. Rendra was one of the people that will not forget if you meet him in person for the first time, right? You'll remember his voice, his gesture, all of this, all of that jazz. Intan's also as well. Intan, we met years and years and years and years ago, and I never forget her. So yeah. Okay, yes, that's why we're here. Now, talking about leap of faith, it's something that I'm sure everyone does once in a while, right? What I will do as a table topic master here is try to throw a scenario at you. And what do you think about this scenario when people try to show that they're doing leap of faith, basically, right? Now, because I know our evaluators will have to deliver their evaluation very soon, I'm gonna ask them to do it first. Yeah. So evaluator 1 and 2 will do the first table topic speakers speech. After that, the rest of the meeting participants. Yeah. Alicia, do you want to take the first
Why not?
spot? Yes. Okay. Alicia, the first scenario is, this is very predictable. What do you think about quitting a job without having a new one lined up? Alicia.
Well, I am happy to tell you, Pipit, and fellow members of Bhinneka, I did it actually back in 2022. In fact, I did it for very good reasons. There's none for me yet again. I did it because one, I couldn't sit there for another thing, and also because they wanted to get rid of me. And you know what I decided? Screw you, folks. Goodbye. So they had sent me a letter saying they wanted to meet with me and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? I just resigned on the spot. Now, I have to admit, resigning on the spot with nothing and having no financial backing as well, is not a very easy thing to do. But I live to tell the tale 3 years later, having, lost my job, blah, 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 and all the other stuff. But I can laugh now because at the time it wasn't funny. I laid in bed for a whole week depressed over the fact I didn't have a job. Yes, that's how depressing it actually got. But I look at it now and I look at it as one of those lessons that I think all of us need to go through in life. A lesson of prosperity, hope, and also transformation, because out of it, I've now gone back to university full time. I've realized I don't want to sit in an office with a bunch of insurance people because it's the world's most boring and it's the worst job on the planet. I've also looked at it as an opportunity to go out there and do things that I wouldn't have been able to have done. I would never have been able to have gone to university as the result. But I also look at it as, well, I've got so much spare time on my hands. I can go Toastmastering all around the world whenever and if ever. I can also manage my day and my time around my medical condition like I've had to in the last week when I've had my medical condition just go down the girdler yet again. So for me, I actually think sometimes we have to take the leap of faith and have a bit of boldness and a bit of character and take out that opportunity, because you never know. You might be doing what I'm going to be doing next Friday and sitting at Pizza Hut yet again. Back to you, Pipit.
Thank you, Alicia, for sharing her real life experience of quitting a job without getting a new one lined up first. Yeah, but obviously she survived it and she's still here with us. Yes. Next one is Intan. Intan, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, this one is a scenario that was common back in the day, but less common today. You might be able to guess. Okay. What do you think about marrying someone without having enough time to get to know them? It's happened a lot during our parents' and grandparents' time, yeah? What do you think about marrying someone without having enough time to get to know them in time?
All right. First and foremost, if we have that terms in Japanese culture, bibit, bobot, bebet, that is enough, I think. As someone who get married for almost 10 years, I think that 3 characters is enough. And if you see your parents already make research for you, just go with them and trust them. Do not trust your your lovey-dovey feelings. It will not last long, actually, maybe for 1 and 2 years. And after that, the financial, the characters, the family is all that matters. So I think we could do that. We will have more time to know our spouse after getting married. And if we have the same vision, the same background of the family, of our, we have to be hand in hand, not someone, maybe Keisha, maybe later on, maybe 5 years or 7 years, you will face this. You have to make that getting, getting in love is not the same as getting married. So that is my stance, and you have to have the leap in your faith, have the boldness to choose your future spouse. Thank you.
Wow. What a surprising response from Intan. She said, no worry, no problem. I trust my parents of choice. Yeah. Very bold indeed. Actually, in America, they do have drive-through marriage in Las Vegas. So a lot of people who just met 1 day, 2 days, and feel the connection and chemistry, they decided to just whatever, let's just get married. That's why, even though during these days, there are people who would like to take the bold move to get married, even not having enough time to get to know the person. But in the case of what Intan said just now, at least the parents did not do it randomly, right? Just pluck someone from the street and then marrying that person off to you. So yes, yes. So that's a good reason. Now let's go to Apri. Apri, ready? Test,
Yep,
test.
sir. Okay,
Voice is breaking up, but try again.
it was. Hello, test.
All right, okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Apri, what do you think about investing money in a business that someone randomly tells you about? What do you think about investing money in a business that someone randomly tells you about? I'm sure you've seen this before.
I think that is really risky, and if you have opportunity to meet someone who give you opportunity to invest your money to them, I think that is a really bold move and also really risky, because I have an experience back then when I was in my 20. I used to invest about 10 million rupiah. So I invest the money to a random person in the internet. Basically, the guy have some kind of business in the internet, and they have they pursue a lot of people in the forum. So we have a forum there. So they gather a lot of information. They gather a lot of proof about their business. So that make me believe that he actually have a business that really make money. So I invest my money and wait for the money to grow. And in the first month, I'm really happy because it gives me some kind of profit in it. So he actually give me a profit. They transfer the money into my bank, and the first month is good. Second month, third month is good, and then after the 5 month, he don't transfer the profit. So I start being skeptical about this, and then we have some kind of discussion. He try to confine us that his business is still doing really good. So make me feel safe, right? And then after that is still not coming, the profit is not coming, and I start to realize that I'm getting scammed, as it's really hard to believe. And it also gives me a lesson that trusting someone, especially in the internet, is so bolding move and so risky. And I don't highly suggest you. And if you want to invest in business, you need to meet person face to face first before you actually can make investment. Yeah, I think that's all for my story. Back to Toastmasters.
Ooh, I asked the right person because I'm pretty sure some of us have not experienced that, but we can learn from each other, right? So do not do what Apri did, trusting a random person on the internet, and then he lost 10 million in this day and age. Yeah, 10 million can buy us a lot. All right, thank you for sharing, Apri. Now let's go to Natalie.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll
What?
time.
Yeah. Oh, should I? I don't. Wait. Let me see. Do I have background? Oh yeah, I do have background. Okay. What do you think of pursuing a passion or dream like becoming an artist or writer? What is not financially stable? Okay. 1 to 2 minutes.
My parents raised me up as a logical person. So in their vocabulary, there is no passion. There is only profession. You need to be a responsible adult that can finance yourself. Instead of pursuing your passion, provide for yourself. So that's how I was raised. And it's just in the recent years, I was faced with this question, what is my passion? I think I was around 30 years old when I started asking myself this question, just because it was not in my upbringing to question things. So I started to realize, hey, I enjoy speaking. I enjoy teaching. Maybe this is my passion because I stayed in Toastmasters for 6 years with no pay, with a lot of heartache, and with facing some toxic people and overcoming them as well. I was still here. So I started thinking, maybe passion is not something that I should hate. Maybe passion can coexist with profession and providing for yourself. So I think the way I see it is you can still pursue your passion while still providing for yourself. And that requires goals and strategies. Instead of chasing midsummer night dreams, you can chase after your passion with strategies, with goals on hand, and then slowly but surely, your passion can turn into profession and you can really enjoy your life and what you're doing. Back to you, Pet.
Okay, sorry that just now is supposed to be 2 minutes. You're 2 minutes or three, okay?
I trust my internal clock.
Yeah, thank you. But then I checked my background doesn't have red, blue, and thingy. This is a new account, so I just upgraded. So thank you. But 2 or 3, so you are within the time frame. All right. Right. Let's go to Rendra. You
I'm
wanna
still
go ahead,
alive,
Rendra?
with still
Still
alive,
alive. Yeah.
still breathing. Yes.
What do you now imagine you're not married, yeah? Imagine you're not married, yeah? What do you think about going on a trip with strangers you met in a Facebook backpacking group? What do you think about going on a trip with strangers you met in a Facebook backpacking group? Rendra.
To be honest to you, ladies and gentlemen, it is not first time I had the same trip with friends, new friends. Well, new people that I met, and we introduced one another. And I start to ask which kind of topic that they or she or he interested to talking on. Remember, every person is different. Well, apparently, most of them speaking, saying that watching movies, traveling, sleeping, going to the beach, doing sport. So there are already a lot of common grounds to start a conversation. Yet it is an opening. It's kind of an icebreaker. Then we need to do a lot of more than asking those questions. So I open myself to let she or he ask whatever they want to me. As long as I can answer, I will answer it. If I do not know the response, so can you have another question or we can talk another idea? Well, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, in a group that we just know, we just met, and we never know, never worries. Everyone would like to play safe and play enjoy. That is the game we are playing. Apparently, at the end of the day, when we met everyone in Toastmaster conference or in the any meetings, we'll be ourselves. We speaking to someone else, bringing ourselves, just be ourselves. Just be yourself, talking whatever, and listening, as mentioned by Keisha earlier. Just listening. It is important because someone, somehow, somewhere, bring the memories until the lifetime. That's all. Give the control back to people.
Thank you, Rendra. Okay. Well, it's difficult, right, to decide whether to trust the person or not, especially if just met the person on Facebook, because you will have to leave your valuables with the person at one point. You go to the bathroom, and then next thing you know, your backpack is gone or something, right? So it's a lot of horrible stories out there. But I also heard a lot of people make new friends during their trip, right? And they met in a backpacking group or something like that. Yeah. Okay, Rendra, try it and let me know what happened. Okay. Keisha or
Yeah.
Nancy? Keisha? Keisha. Okay, Keisha. Keisha, I don't know. New friends. Are you quick in making friends?
I would say yes.
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 This would be suitable for you, this question. What do you think of trusting new friends with your secrets or vulnerabilities? What do you think of trusting new friends with your secrets or vulnerabilities? Wait, our timer is offline. That is, Nat, are you there? Okay, she's there. Go ahead, Keisha.
Trusting new friends with secrets. I have been moving for a couple of times, moving schools, moving just environments, like moving from different clubs. And I've made new friends, or I've been in settings where I needed to get to know new people and become friends. But one motto that I always stick by is to never overshare. So it's secrets or just being too vulnerable with anyone, even though it's a new friend that I just made and I consider them friends. I always stick by the motto that no one always lasts forever. Like no friendship will last forever. After high school, we will go our separate ways. After college, when we're at work, especially. So I will always connect with them, of course, on a personal level and emotionally. And I will tell them my stories. I will share them about my life and who I am. But the very, very secrets, the very things that I would not want them to share with other people, like 5 years ahead, I would not share. I would just keep to myself. And I know that I can still find many ways to connect with them emotionally without having to, one word, overshare. And that's always been my motto. So in that scenario, I would not be bold enough to take that leap of faith to be too open and too vulnerable with new friends that I just made. Back to you, TTM.
Wow, Keisha. I always have to remind myself how young Keisha is. Because she's so mature. At least in her responses, right? See, Alicia even turned on her camera to nod. Yes, it's true. That's a good reminder. Yeah, we tend to overshare to the people that are new. Maybe we feel the rush of connection or chemistry, and then somehow make us want to share about our TMI, too much information, right? So yeah, we need to push a break on it. Yeah. Now our last speaker, Nancy, do you want to try?
Yes, yes.
Nancy, do you know Christian Sugiono and Titi Kamal?
Yeah, I know them.
You know them, yeah? Did you know that they met in a blind date?
I don't know.
Okay, now I'm telling you, they met in a blind date. They did not even know who the date was. They just met once and then became boyfriend, girlfriend, and then until now, married with whatever, how many kids, right? So this is an incredible story of blind date. Question for you is, what do you think about going on a blind date with someone you know nothing about? Just like Christian Sugiono and Titi Kamal. Go ahead, Nancy.
Okay. Well, this is something interesting because it's about relationship, which I would say that now I am in the university, but the fact is that I've never been in a relationship before. So I am too picky, I would say. It's kind of picky for me. And when I heard these questions, go into a relationship with someone that I've never met, I know nothing about, it's kind of hard for now. Because, yeah, especially this is blind date. So usually blind date, it means that we want to get to know each other, right? And then usually blind date, the intentional of blind date is to be in relationship. But one thing that I put in my mind is that I'm a girl and I don't have that boldness to go out with someone that I don't know or someone that I just met. Because for me, I don't have, as a girl, we don't have the privilege to feel secure with someone that we just met at that time. So I didn't have that boldness to go on a blind date. For now, back to you.
All right, Nancy. Rule number 1, meet in public place. Number 2, always know where the emergency exit is. So you can leave without the person even realizing it, okay? All right. So, yes. Ooh, it's scary indeed. There are a lot of weirdos out there and you don't know. But then, yeah, yeah. I think it's back. Depends on the person. Yeah, there are people who enjoy going on blind dates, like in Japan. They call it gokong, right? They do a lot of blind dates and things like that. No Tinder. Well, okay. Anyway, all right. So thank you. I think it's overtime. So I would like to give the control back to. Oh wait. Photo session. Photo session. Let's go to photo session, and then go back to Tom after that. Brenda, do you want to take photos? This time intentional, not paparazzi style.
Okay, everyone, please use your leap of faith pose. I don't know how you interpret this theme of leap of faith pose, but here you go. 3, 2, 1. Super cool. You are all super.
Leap of faith,
Okay.
like about to jump or something. I don't know. How do we leap of faith?
Okay, Pipit, I did it.
Done? Okay then. All right, back to Rendra.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Table Topic Master. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, Table Topic session is always a place that you can elaborate your surprise, cheers, happiness in the same times, because you never know what what will be the questions and how you respond it. And what is inside your mind and your brain and your heart, you have to say it in 1 to 2 minutes. That's it. That is the amazing things. It is almost the same if you meet someone and you experience something that somebody already a lot of mention about falling in love in the first sight. I don't know, is that term still relevant in this 2025? I never know. But it's actually a table topic session. Real life table topics action. Because you have to respond with your something happening. Okay? Now we are going into the third session. For the third sessions, it is a general evaluation session. Well, GE will lead a session that will doing his magic. So you evaluator evaluating their prepared speakers. For doing this, I will be assisted the most handsome man in this meeting online tonight. Apri, rock the session, baby. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, okay, bro. Okay, everyone, welcome back to me again in the evaluation session. So, time for my team to give the evaluation. The first session will be speech evaluation, and I would like to call our first evaluator. We have Toastmaster Alicia. So, welcome Toastmaster Alicia to give your evaluation for our first speaker.
Thank you very much, Intan. Well, what can I say, Keisha? I mean, I remember meeting you about 12 months ago when you had just first started. And we've mentioned how mature you are, especially in your table topics, but I think the speech that you've delivered tonight is a perfect example of how mature and how wise you actually are at the age of 18, and to think that you've only just started in the last 12 months and you still have another 40 or 50 years to go in Toastmasters. Yes, my dear, you can go for as long as you want. The way you handled the interruption at the beginning, most new speakers, especially people who've only been Toastmasters for about 12 months, would have had a meltdown and a crisis. You didn't, you stopped, you were, okay, I need to fix this situation. You got on your new laptop. You handled it so professionally and so maturely. Both Natalie and I were sitting in the chat just going, wow, like, what more can we ask from someone so young, but yet so mature and so much more wiser in age than most of us in the way that you handled that situation? So huge congratulations. I really think that the way that you've delivered this speech professionally, and despite, you know, the technological issues and mishaps, you really had a good stage presence. You really focused on the why and the how. So I think you really did a wonderful job in that. And you also did some really good storytelling and story sharing. You didn't just focus on telling us about this speech, which is one of the things, is not to share the actual speech itself and what the purpose of it is, but to share stories and a motive behind it. So they're the good points. Now I want to focus on the development points, because, you know, going into the international speech contest, this is where we really need to get the blood, the guts, and the meat onto the skeleton as such. And sorry to paint it like that, but that's the reality of it. Firstly, I think you're packing way too much into your speeches, and I think that's why you're going over time, other than the fact that we had to fix up, you know, the whole speech and all that. There was just too much information. I don't know how many words were in the speech, but I think for 8 minutes and 30 seconds, remember, you've only got 5 to 7 minutes, 4 minutes 30 to 7 minutes 30 for the speech contest. So thinking about, how do I reduce and actually read what is on the evaluation form? So one of the requirements with this was to identify your primary style of communication. Now, you talked about the direct communication with the law firm, and I love that story. So I would have loved to have seen you flip that and seen how you could have actually been direct back at the actual gentleman who was the owner of the law firm or the law practice, and show us that thing. And you could have actually turned that particular story or incident into your story, because then we were going into the other styles of communication, which is where too much information was overloaded. So what was your primary style of communication? That's the only thing I think that we need to address tonight. But congratulations on such a very wise performance, and so mature, and the way you've handled it. Big thumbs up. Back to you Apri.
Okay, thank you. That's Mas Alehia for your feedback. Yeah, I believe time management is so important, especially in international speech, because if you speech over time, is you, no matter how good your speech is, it will not eligible, and we will disqualify right away. So please pay attention for your time management when you deliver a speech. And the next we have Toastmaster Intan. So welcome Toastmaster Intan to give you evaluation.
G. Take a deep breath, look around, and see the blessing. Congratulations, Nancy Marcella, for completing your level 2 project 2 speech. there are three things that I like from your speech. The first one is a good structure of the speech. Second one is the awareness of using the intentional and unintentional movement and also body language. The third one, your speech is inspirational. Well, goes to the first point. You begin your speech with sharing the story, your experience as the stage manager, but then come up with the problem, technical problem that makes you panic and anxious at that time. But then you come up with the solutions, and then you give up a lot of inspirational, the lesson learned from that moment. Like you have to not focus on the mistake itself, but to look around and then to cherish the moment. And that is okay to make mistakes. That is actually the structure of the speech with the introduction and also the life lessons. And second one is you have a good body language. You start the speech by having a standing position, and so you can use the hand gesture in a proper way. And the third one is, but I have three things that you may work on your later speech. The first one, yes, you have a good position, but next time make sure that your laptop may be in a higher position, or you can put some books under the laptop, and then you can make sure first your position so the audience can see the hand gesture clearly. Like just now, we only see the half of your hand, so not clear enough. So next time you can make sure of this position first. And the second thing is about the vocal variety. You can use the higher intonation or lower intonation, or even pause. Like when you say, take a deep breath, you don't have to use the same intonation. You can mix the variation. And the eye contact, you can sometimes move forward or backwards to highlight the situation, the panic situation, or the message that you want to convey to the audience. I think that's all for me. So far, it's very inspirational, very good speech, and we can learn something from the situation. Thank you, Nancy. Good luck, and look forward for your next speeches. Back to you, Madam Mas Ji.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Indan, for your evaluation, and I hope all of the speaker have some insight how to improve the speech for the future. And now I would like to call our timer. Is everyone is eligible to be voted
Thank you, Apri,
from speaker?
our GE for tonight. Let me just briefly summarize it for our prepared speech speaker. Keisha is above 8 minutes, so she's not eligible to be voted on. So the winner for the favorite speaker goes directly to Nancy, who's only taking less than 5 minutes, 30 seconds. For the table topic speakers and evaluators, all are eligible to be voted on. And after this, I will launch the poll. Back to you, Apri.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. And now I would like to call our next role taker. We have Akonder, Toastmaster Alicia. Oh, we will vote first.
All right. Just a quick one. We've been pretty good tonight. The most, and there's another and and all the stuff. The most words that we're using for the counter roles tonight, I've taken a bit of a quick one, was but, and now. But, and now. And the winner of the counter role tonight is all of us. We've had an equal spread and an equal share tonight. So that's our role of the day for the R counter. I would love to do the Excel spreadsheet, but I wanted to focus on the evaluation for Keisha. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Alicia, for your quick counter report. And next, we would like to call our grammarian report by Toastmaster Pipit. So, welcome Toastmaster Pipit to give your
Thank you. I focus on the
grammarian report.
yes, I focus on the positive side today. So a lot of the nice expressions or inspiring quotes. Actually, I took a note more than the grammatical mistakes. So, for example, someone said, you cannot have a beautiful mind if you're not a good listener. I think this is a really good reminder to all of us to be a good listener if you want to have a beautiful mind. Life is bigger than our mistakes. It's also a good reminder to all of us in Toastmaster who tend to be perfectionists. Yeah, I know most of you are. Mistakes happen, problems come, but they do not define us. This is also a good reminder that our responses are probably the one that define us, right? Not the problems, not the mistakes that happen. There's no passion, there's only profession. This is also a good reminder, especially when we choose our partner. We don't want to have our burden. We don't want to have our burden added. Yeah, we want it lessened. Next one, storytelling and story sharing. This is good alliteration. Usually we just say storytelling, but there's also something else called story sharing. So I think we need to get into the habit of using both of them. And minor grammatical mistakes, I would like to introduce with her project. I would like to introduce her project. And then at that moment, there's no sound. When you talk about the past, obviously, we need to use past tense unless for special cases when something was somehow, I don't know. Sometimes people talk about the past and use present tense, and I've seen that before, and it's correct. But in that particular example, I think it was more appropriate to use past tense. So at that moment, there was no sound and all the things that happened after that. All right, that's it. Back to April.
Okay, thank you, Pipit. And next is my turn to give the overall evaluation for our today meeting. I will start from the beginning. In the beginning, we start the meeting at 6 minute 6.5 minutes. I think we are late about 5 minutes. I believe this is waiting for me to come in because the time is where I need to pray first. So I think it's good. And I believe Robert also come early. I believe at 6 p.m. Bali time. And I like there is agenda has been shared in the chat box. I noticed really good. And there is a opening by Mata Pipit. We have introduced the rule by playing the video. Nice. And now we have Taskmaster from the meeting, Taskmaster Marinda. I like you introduce the team as well. You introduce agenda and also use transition between the session and also the speaker. And probably room for improvement, probably you, in the transition, you can make it more shorter, probably about 2 until 3 minutes maximum. So it can make the meeting on time. So we can make it close enough with the agenda. And next we have Taskmaster Repeat as double topic master. You choose the member pretty good as well. It's really smooth. Use the theme also pretty simple and really easy to understand. So encourage all of us to use a personal story. So it's pretty unique and also make really personal. And also use put the question in the chat box so we can easy to see what the question is. And room for improvement, probably you can use introduce again about the timing 1 until 2 minutes, and also use mention word of the day after you give the question. For example, you give a question about something, then you can use please use word of the day boldness. Okay, next we have Al Evaluator also doing a really good job. You have two until 3 recommendation. Also have you give a 2 combination as well to make your evaluation really help for the speaker. And now we have a timer. That's Mother Natalie. I like you use a virtual background. It's pretty good. You also put the time report in the chat box so we know what how many time has been spent for each participant. And also you think really good with pilot as well. And for the counter, we have Toastmaster Alicia. I like your the report because it's really quick. So it just make it quick and we just move on to the next one. We have Toastmaster people ask Grammarian. Yeah, I like you use a slide so that we can see what we need to improve. And overall, I think the meeting for the next is smooth. Although we have some kind of technical problem in for the first speaker. However, I like the second speaker when she want to deliver her speech. She have some kind of testing like do I audible or visible. I think it's pretty good to make your speech really smooth in terms of the connection. Yeah, I think that's all for me. For as a general evaluator, I will give control back to our pilot counter, Taskmaster Natalie. Is she here?
Okay, since Natalie is sick, I'm going to want to the certificate. So I would like to ask Rendra to take a photo. As
Okay.
usual. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the results of our votes. The first one is best speaker is Nancy. Give it up for Nancy.
Yay,
Let's take photo
Nancy. Wait,
first.
I would like to take a photo of you.
Wait. Let me spotlight her. So,
Yeah, I
go
already
ahead.
pinned Nancy
You did?
actually.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
But you can enlarge the Nancy Marcella presentation slides.
There you go.
Keep it.
Is it?
Ah, it
All
is.
right.
Okay, wait a minute, Nancy. Okay, cool. 3, 2, and 1. Yay, Nancy. Okay, Nancy did it.
I will release
Good,
the
great.
spotlight. All right. Next one is table topic. Best table topic is Keisha. Yes,
Yay,
Keisha.
Keisha. Wait, I have to pin
Hmm?
3, 2, and 1. Sorry, Keisha, I need uh to retake because it has a pops ups in my
Green.
wait, yeah, wait. Okay, you can see that something pop up. Wait, Keisha, again. Okay, Keisha, 3, 2, and 1. Ah, see, great, amazing. I think
Hey,
we will
next
have a
one.
karaoke, ladies in white, after this.
Best evaluator is Alicia.
Wow, all the ladies bring it all together. Ladies and gentlemen, all the ladies.
Yes, men have
Wait,
no chance.
no chance. So I must be lose with all of you ladies. 3, 2, and 1. Yay!
Hey, back to
She is a lady
Tom.
faking. Yeah, Alicia. Wait, I have to post it somewhere. Cool, super. Okay. Okay, bit.
Yes, back to Tom. Or should we, yeah, ask Rendra to close the meeting that I heard Natalie said that. So go to Rendra to close the meeting, please.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the live fates. Well, to be honest to you, I'm not supposed to talking about politics, but if you pay attention with what's happening in this world, 2025, we have a Donald Trump, we have Vladimir Putin, Zelensky, we have Prabowo, we have all of those gentlemen in our world. We have to have a great leap of faith that this 2020 will be just okay, like 2023, 2024. I'm not expecting something strange and worse happening this years because we all are expecting something great because we love peace and we love have a Toastmaster meeting. Now, since I noticed that we do not have guests and all of us already close friends, and I would like to officially decided that this meeting is officially adjourned.
Okay, see you next
Knock,
week,
knock, knock, knock,
guys.
knock. Yay! Thank you very
Bye.
much for your comment.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
We are concluded.